stand are we on, Jimmy?
On the Marzocco stand. We're lucky enough to be the roaster in residence with Marzocco this month, September, and they're featuring a coffee on the Marzocco stand.
That's it. How awesome is that? So
Yeah,
firstly,
very
thank you very much to Marzocco Home. We're so stoked to be part of Roaster in Residence. And thank you very much to Marzocco Commercial. You know, we do use the machines here with our customers, and we love them.
Yeah.
So if you're at the Marzocco, if you're at Fine Foods, we are here right now, stand S28. So come on down, come and see us, say g'day. We'll be here for most of the day, but we are live for about an hour now. We're going to play on a bit of gear, show you a bit about the stand.
Yeah.
And we'd love to make you an artistic coffee today. So come on down and see us. Love to chat to you.
Yep. While we're on the stand, I think we'll just be talking about the equipment that's here.
Yeah.
People, we'll make copies for people as we go. So we're also monitoring all the comments too. So if you've got a question, put them in. You don't have to be here to ask. You can put in the comments, and you can. We'll answer things as we go.
Yeah, so. Definitely. Awesome. Well, there is a bit of a crowd behind here, which is pretty cool. But where we're going to start, I'm going to make a coffee. We're going to make a coffee for these guys here. We'll just turn around. Alternative Dairy, come on, guys. We're going to make a coffee. You're after a coffee, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. What kind of coffee can we make for you?
Well, I have a black coffee, however you recommend it.
A black coffee. All right, we'll do that for sure. Two blackies, easy. I don't have your milk here. I'm sorry to be able to play with on that one.
We'll sort that out. We can always bring it over.
We don't have a kettle, so we are good.
Got any milk?
All right. So, we're using the Swan Grinder here, which is a new product for Marzocco. So, there we go, D2, which is pretty cool. We're about to get one of these shipped to us, so we'll do a full review on it. But the Swan Grinder is a fully made grinder from Marzocco. It is a massive conical burr. Oi, yeah, got to weigh that. You know, the cool thing about Marzocco KB90 handles, if you get stuck like I just did, they're matched by weight. So you can chuck one on, you can tear it off, and then you can pop the other one back on and know that we're a bit underdosed to our recipe, which is interesting. So
We haven't dialed in yet, so let's...
Yeah. There we go, a little smidge more. Oh, gee whiz. That's gonna, another extra dose there, which is cool. Oh, look, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to run with that, Jimmy. I think how they've dialed in.
I'm gonna have a play.
You have a play.
After this shot, let's see where you land.
Okay, so I'm playing on the KB90 here, which is straight in portafilters. So if you haven't seen these are pretty cool. They definitely allow better workflow for baristas, and they are certainly, Jimmy and I both spent over 20 years on machines, and I know we've got sore arms, sore shoulders from pulling on machines all the time. But if you've got a straight in portafilter like that, it just clicks in, there's no big tug, and certainly a lot better. So we're doing a couple of blacks for the boys. We're not going to go too crazy on the height here, and let's see what we can nail. We've got an ABR set up here, so this is going to weigh and give us the exact recipe.
Can't touch it.
Yep, you can't. That's right. You can't float your espresso on a long black. When you've got a scale, it'll cut out. So I'd like the crema to float a little bit more. Sorry, boys.
That's okay.
You want to get another one?
Yeah, she's running pretty quick, which is
running a bit quick. All right, so we're going to ditch this one, and we're going to go again.
Yeah, I just want to go.
All right, no pressure here, you know. No pressure to make a good cup straight up.
Decent change here.
So they are teared, yep. You got number 2 was pretty much it.
Yep.
Take it off, put it back on again. There you go.
I'm going to clear that one.
Brilliant. Alrighty.
Have you guys used the Swan before today?
Nope.
I have, yes.
Yeah.
I have not.
We went down and had a play with it about a month ago as a tech from the tech side to learn it all. But then they had like 3, and we couldn't pull it apart.
Okay.
So we got to see all the diagrams and have a good play on it.
Yeah, cool.
But not
That's where I want to be.
not get too deep on it. But yeah, it's got the motor at the back. It's a belt-driven machine. It's got a really new design conical burr, quite a large one. I think it's an 80 mil or something. And the way that they've cut the burrs is phenomenal. And the way it's all not weight-based, it's still time, but the accuracy on that time is exceptional. Like, you know, like with the salt and pepper grinder, where you can just do a little bit, that's how they do it. It is cool. No heat because it's all separate, and there's an ionizing ring in there as well, which takes away all the static. You can't.
Quiet as well.
Oh, it's quiet. You
Yeah.
can't jam something up in it because this crazy thing spins. But yeah.
Do you guys prefer using conical burr grinders as opposed to flats?
Can you believe that, Sec? Let's go.
We use a lot of flats personally at the minute, but we use the Anthem SB2s at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
So there's one for you there. I reckon that's going to be pretty
that's-
close. It's pretty close to the recipe, but not quite. But
No.
it's not going to be killer. Not going to be the worst. But yeah, so we use big flat burrs, get that acidity up a little bit, a bit more clarity. That's what we like. And with the IMF, we can roast to that profile. We have a second tier brand as well, which we use different machines and usually the conies, which is the conical burr, and that gets a bit more body, helps us with the aging of the coffee as well. So we're not. Those customers generally won't want to be like a cafe. Like they might go 10 this week, 25, 3. You know, so aging and storing coffee properly is a bit of a challenge for them.
Yeah.
So the conical helps with the body, and the roast is a little bit darker, and it works well with a machine. Which isn't a Marzocco that we pair with it, just to keep a bit more standard. It's a HX single boiler style machine that we use. So, but yeah, all Artisti has Marzocco's, because it dials in our recipe perfect. That's looking good, Jimmy.
Yeah, better.
Looking better.
Alright.
Do you like a shorter black?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got any questions while we're here live? Please pop them on the screen and we'll answer those for you.
Profile of the beans as far as the roast profile.
Oh, we're at Marzocco
Yeah, so
stand
it's a-
S28 on the
Tasting notes of milk chocolate.
on
jasmine,
the
maple syrup.
Fine Food
So
stand.
it's a
Fine
medium
Foods. So if you're at Fine Foods,
Not too.
I'm just going to do a transfer there for you, mate. Sorry, that might be a bit better. Do you want a bit of cold water in that one? Going to cool it down a little.
There's Colombian.
I haven't
Brazil,
drunk from it. I've
Guatemalan.
only.
Yeah, it's a blend.
It's so that I can do this when I taste other.
Thank you.
All
Oh,
specialty
we should
coffee,
left us some
all
room.
highly graded.
Yeah, I went to taste the coffee before, and it's like, that's going to burn my mouth before I even get into the show and taste coffee. So take some water with you if you're a long black
Yes,
drinker.
there's
You
Ethiopian
can
in
cool
there.
the brews down and get the temperature right.
Mix
So
together.
if you just join us, jump on, chuck a question in there. Initial
53.
thoughts. Still a bit hot,
Kilo.
baby.
We don't have any for sale on the stand
Still a bit hot?
here, but
Good
if
for dining,
you
so quick, it's nice and balanced.
Nice
So
and
we're
balanced, yeah.
artistic.
Okay, yep.
Good.
So it's our blend. It's designed just to be,
artistic.com.au, you can buy it
yeah,
online.
nice and chocolatey. Bit of jasmine, some good. To be honest, the viscosity of it to be a bit juicy.
All
That's
Arabica
actually what
beans,
we're really
yes.
trying to achieve.
Yes.
We don't want it
Specialty
to
graded.
be that lighter roast. We don't want it to be a
go.
dark roast. The IMF being a hot air
Oh, so
roast, so we
quick.
can just get the good amount of body, but keep the clarity that we're after. We're not going not super.
They were pretty
super
fast,
dark at all.
to be fair.
Yeah. So what was the time? 40.
I'm making changes on the grinder that aren't really doing anything. That's
Okay.
fine.
All right. He's making changes.
I want to make big changes.
So yeah. Actually, I'll leave that in my pocket.
Thanks so much, Luke.
No worries, guys. Yeah, pop us a message. Thanks, Troy.
no worries at all.
Thanks, Ross. I'll try to remember names, but yeah, Ryan is who you'd message.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Man. All right.
Alternative dairy go. There we go. He's got it. Hey. You want a long black? Yeah, certainly. Happy to. One more long black. Here we go. Do you like it hot or do you like it a little bit cooler?
Hot.
Hot. Great. What brings you here today?
What brings?
Yeah, here.
I'm in charge of the pavilion, Korea pavilion.
Oh, Korean Pavilion. Oh, okay, brilliant. Yeah. Have you seen us before? Do you know who we are? No, okay. So we're Artisti Coffee. We're the roaster in residence with Marzocco. It's our product here. We do a lot of social content. So if you want to learn how to make coffee, jump on our YouTube channels and you'll enjoy. So we're just live at the moment. Do you want to be live on YouTube? Yeah, we can make it live. It's okay. You don't have to be. But yeah, Marzocco machines. If you need coffee, if you need info about them, the team are here to help. They're beautiful machines. Handmade, Florence, Italy. We've actually done a tour of their whole factory and have that all on YouTube, so you can see where these machines are made. It's an amazing building. Yeah, so definitely worth jumping in and having a look there.
handles aren't equal, FYI.
They should be.
Don't use that. Don't give them that.
You sure?
Yeah, don't give them that. It's not tough. That's why I'm not, yeah, just wait.
All right. He's just dialing in right now, so just give us a second. We just thought it. Hey, Brad? No. Yeah, Luke, that's a stick off. How you going? 5 cents.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's nice. It says it on your card, that's how I know.
It is, you're not a psycho. Yeah.
It's amazing people don't realise. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the show going for you?
Yeah, all right. It was a bit slow Monday. Got better yesterday. Today is...
Very nice machine to work on. Haven't had a lot of time on the Swan yet, so find my way around this grinder. So if you do have any questions for us, definitely chuck them in the comments. Yeah, almost there. All right, so if you have just joined us, we are at no we're not, we're at Fine Foods. We're in Melbourne at the moment, so we're just on the Fine Food stand in Melbourne, just dialing in our champion blend. We're lucky enough to be here for the Roaster in Residence for Marzocco this month, so if you've got any questions about that, we've got events, we've had some training sessions the last few days. 36, 40 out, cool. You can use that.
Thank you.
What did I say? Fine Food Stands? We are on the Marzocco stand. So come and see us, S28.
S28, that's it. Pretty much right in the middle, really. Yeah, beautiful little stand. Thanks again, Marzocco, for having us. If you have any questions, here we go. Rob, very new at brewing espresso, using a bit lower end machine, still highly optimistic about what can be produced. As I've made some great espresso, although my question has to do with yield. I can't see it, it's a very long question. I can't see the rest of the question. My apologies there, Rob. Oh, there it is. My question to you, best mode, gentlemen, is if I'm using 14 gram beans and consistently yield 56 grams, what am I doing wrong? Oh, go to 2 to 1. If you've got 14 grams of coffee, you've got to only double it. That's the best way to start. So you want to get 28 grams of end yield. 56 is massive. That's a lungo, that's a very long extraction. If I did my maths really quickly there, you maybe 3 or 4, you're probably 4 times water to coffee ratio on that. So bring the yield right down and away you go. All right, what do you want to do? You're dialing in still, Jimmy?
Yep, Ryan's going to drink this one.
Yeah, let's have a look here. Let's run a quick run through. So we've got the new Swan grinder. So it's a commercial grinder. The key thing about this is it's a rear motor up out at the back here, which keeps the heat away from the burst set, and it's belt driven. And now what happens then, that belt is going to drive I believe it's an 80 mil conical burr.
Okay.
And that burr is totally different to any other conical set. It's basically a mix between a flat burr and a conical, which gives a really great consistent grind. It's very low rotations to be able to achieve the grind. So we don't have that issue of heat being applied to the grind. And then you've got this an ionizing ring. So it's a pretty cool tech. We can't see it that well, but basically the beans are going through a ring that's spinning and ionizing that coffee, which means anti-clumping is 100%. It's fantastic.
No, not the full
I'll
rundown.
just show you how nice it is. We'll come in nice and close here to see. But you know, this is a double handle here. There's no real switch. It's just the handle becomes a switch by passing across the two sides. So once it's in, look at that, grinds out beautiful. So no clumping, so fluffy, so light. Look, absolute bliss. Look at that, beautiful. All right, so really stoked about that. And you can see how fluffy it is because it's come right up over the handle. That's 22.5 grams of coffee that we're popping in there. And you know, do you need a WDT? Do you need to distribute? Well, if you've got really good quality grind, you're already way ahead from a grinder that's making a lot of clumping. So we're going to do some more on this, but that's a really cool grinder. We can use a puck press, so auto tamping. You know, a lot of people, you know, aren't really sure about them, but from a barista workflow, if you're in a cafe and you don't have an auto tamper, you need to talk to your boss. It's going to make you be quicker, faster. You're not going to get sore because you're always tamping and hurting shoulders or wrists. So the ergonomics is fantastic. But the consistency that you get with the pressure applied to any coffee puck, that is where you're going to help on a bar when you've got multiple people tamping. You won't be changing your recipes based off the people tamping. It'll just be around the grind and the atmosphere issues that you're having. Right here we've got a PB. This is just a standard PB, so no scales in there. You know, these ones, their technology is all about the pulses. So instead of just being time, you can jump in the menu and actually change it by pulse. So that's pretty cool. You can treat it like an old machine where you would start and stop the automatic volumetric buttons by, you know, weighing it out and doing it. Or you can just go in the menu and increase or decrease a pulse number, giving you essentially the yield that you're after. So that's cool. We've got quarter turn steps. These are basically becoming the staple of the specialty coffee industry here in Australia and definitely around the world. So we still use these. We love them. They're a great cracking machine. Auto on and offs and high cups, which is great. Heaps of steam, and in a 2 group they're 20 amps, so really good. You know, dual boiler machines that can handle lots of volume. You know, people can get one of these machines and have about, you know, 30 to 35 kilos a week and pump out great coffee if the rest of your system's organised with, you know, auto tampers and perhaps a milk system as well. So, really good. We head on to milk systems. We've got the Wally here. So the Wally is a machine that allows you to get a jug of milk, pop it on, and it will actually froth. And it can have preset a whole range of different options. I can't find any milk here, so I don't know. Yeah, I can run an espresso for sure, but run 2 espressos here. Any milk to show the Wally working?
Yes.
We gotta find the fridge. Look at that extraction. Woo! Beautiful. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. So we're gonna go some Wally milk here. Okay, so once you start it, it's going to make the jug assess where it's at. The C1 will drop down, and you can see it's automatically moved that jug into place to get the milk. We've just gone to a standard latte here. We've got a temperature we're going to aim for of 64 degrees, which is fantastic. You can go extra hot or have this totally variable for your alternative milks. Whatever you choose, you can preset with the Wally. Now, that steam is generated from the coffee machine, so it's coming through the pipes that you can see down the back there. It's going to steam that milk, it will auto flush the pipes as well, which goes down the same place where your drain is. So pretty cool.
Am I breaking it?
We'll give that a little
I'm
wipe
trying
up.
to drive it because I don't know my way around it, but that's right. I'm trying to get out. Thank you.
Give it a tap and a swirl. And look at that, beautiful silky milk. Do a little macchiato here for someone. Let's see what it's like. Whee! Foamy, but definitely silky and smooth. Here we go, let's try one more. This is actually a massive jug. Can't find a smaller jug. Yeah, I might, actually I'll pop in a cup. Here we go, pop an espresso into the cup here. Quick double up transform. All right, no pressure, fine foods, pour out time. There you go, not too bad. I'll take that for a under pressure pour. Oh. Would you like a coffee? Two. Oh, right. Well, taking away, that's a milk coffee. You're welcome to that one if you like, but do you want to take away?
I'll take it back to the stand.
Yeah.
I do prefer drinking out of cup, but I've got to take it back to the
Got you.
That's
Get your
us,
cup.
so at least you've got some URLs and things to look at. My contact's on there, so I'm happy to talk coffee.
Are you still on the PB or can I use it?
You can use it. Yeah, go for it, mate. You know what you're doing there, mate? Nah.
Yeah, so we travel between, I guess, Melbourne, Sydney, all the way up
He always says he's like,
on
no,
the coast now. Training.
don't let me on camera. Don't let me.
What are we at? 22.
Are you a Barry Star?
Barry Star?
Barry Star.
Oh,
You
Barry.
one of those? Or yeah.
I used to be 30 years ago.
Yeah. Look at you go, mate. You know, you look like you know what you're doing. Good job, mate. I love having you. Beautiful. Oh. I'm Luke, by the way.
I'm Sue from
Love-
Slushy Specialists.
Great.
Down there. We do soft serve.
Oh, welcome back. I'm still playing. Yeah, just tasting, playing. So if you're at Fine Foods, come and find us on the Marzocco stand. I think what I'm doing right now is actually just dialing in our coffee to taste for this particular spot. Sorry, excuse the dirty cup. That's my cup that I keep reusing to taste. I've actually just tasted it on this grinder, this machine right now. I've just backed off the dose a little bit, come back to a 20 gram dose. Going to run a little bit quicker, bring out some of the flavors that we really want. I think every coffee machine you get on, you've really got to go through this process just to make sure you're getting the flavors that you want for your coffee. It's a slightly shorter yield on this, 40 grams out, 26 seconds. He doesn't have his glasses. No one's got their glasses.
And it makes you look really awkward, and I can't read.
I can read. I'm young.
You can. Oh, there we go. What do we got? Oh, gee, there's a bit of a conversation there going between Andrew and Rob. That's cool. All right, do you offer any Scandinavian-style espresso roast coffee? We'll have to drop in next time we're heading south from Brisbane. I wouldn't know what Scandinavian roast style is. I'm sorry, I don't know. Yeah, I'd be interested to know what kind of profile that is. Light, dark, I don't know, I'm sorry. It's nice and busy at the stand, yes, sure is. Remember Simonelli is the best, okay, well, you know, we're on a Marzocco stand, so enjoying their beautiful machines at the moment. Yeah, pop us a question. If you're here, if you're online, please drop it on there, happy to answer it. Maybe we can continue along this way a little bit because we've got We went through the Wally Milk before, which was great. And then the other one to look at would be the Modbar. The Modbar here. So system basically, you can have as many heads as you like, you can have your steamers, you can have your hot water, and there's also a pour over option as well. So fully customizable. And the key of these machines is that you've got interaction with people. We don't have a big machine that's in our way, and the customer can see what you're doing. A very easy lever to start or stop essentially the extraction, which is great. And the mechanism of how this works is actually the same menu system as the PB. So if you're familiar with that, the menu systems on Marzocco, you can go straight in and work on the PB platform. The Modbar platform, which is great. You can see down here, here's the different boxes. They're essentially a set of modules that allow you to play. And you can see there's the PB buttons. They're right there. So you set it up exactly the same. This is the steaming unit up here. And the more heads you want, the more of these you've got to fit underneath the counter. But neat, tidy, and a very, very cool little option to have. You can see that the cups do sit on top of here. This is probably the one thing about underbench systems that hasn't been really solved 100%. We're so used to putting cups on top of espresso machines. But now when we put them underneath, the cupboards
no, that's someone
so
else's. I can make you one though. Would you like? What would you like? A milk coffee?
The cups tend to sit on top of machines under benches, so that's
that
okay. We can reach them and bring them out and put them up on top of the and serve with them.
So you don't know where that one came from.
Workflow that you've got to get used to. You made it, Timmy. You're here, Timmy Lewis.
Move that one.
Good to see you again, mate. Thanks very much. We're giving away free coffee, so we can't do one in the bar today, mate, but really appreciate you throwing that in there. So yeah, if you're at the show, if you're at Fine Foods here in Melbourne, we do have a party, a Marzocco and Artisti party at their showroom tonight, 5 till 8. But you have to jump online and grab a ticket. We've got the guys from Critters Distillery, which are around somewhere. They're going to do some awesome cocktails. There's some local guys from where we are back home in Coffs Harbour. So they're going to be running the bar for us and pumping out the beers and their beautiful espresso vodka, which we have a collab with them. So our coffee's in there. Beautiful product. Those guys are fantastic. Definitely check them out. And yeah, any other questions? Let's see. Happy to answer any questions. 20 gram dose. Curious why typically use 18 dose. What is the outcome flavor wise of that last shot you pulled? Jimmy, what was the outcome of the flavour profile when you pulled your last shot, is the question.
What was the profile on the last shot?
Yeah.
You had your test cup over there, you're tasting coffee.
I'm dialing into this machine.
He's dialing in.
I'm dialing in.
All right.
This is where, as much as we give people recipes,
Yeah.
I tasted it at the recipe I thought I wanted to hit. Didn't think the flavour was where it needed to be.
Okay.
I backed off the dose a little bit, and this will be like that grinder.
Yeah.
Is giving us so much intense flavour from the burrs.
Yep.
It's also really fluffy, so it's filling up the basket a lot.
It is.
So I've backed the dose back to 20 grams.
Yep.
So I've taken 2 grams off. The last shot I was happy with the taste of was 26 seconds. 20 grams in, 40 grams out.
Okay. So it's a very unique burr. It's a big conical, and it's got a profile that they say is like a flat burr at the end, but a conical at the start.
Okay.
So this is where people think, oh, I want a big flat burr grinder or a conical burr, and they're not really sure. But the actual burr has a huge impact into the flavour of your coffee. So, right here live now, Jimmy's playing on the Swan for the first time, I believe, first time Swan user.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's tasting the coffee, because that's what it's all about. If you don't taste it,
That's
you don't know what
there.
strings or levers to pull essentially to make a better coffee. So he's noticed it's a little bit different, and he's making some changes right now.
Yeah, so we do espresso machines at Marzocco. We also
How's that? Great.
It's actually it's got a beautiful sort of, I'll give it to Steve and
I was going to say, Craig from Brewtech's over there, but he doesn't want to say hello. He's walking away.
Yeah, so
I want to give Brewtech a shout out. There you go, there's Brewtech. So Brewtech is a Marzocco special service company. We love them, they're great
should
people.
really cut through that milk.
He's
That's
going
a
to come
double
on.
extraction. Yeah, nice and smooth, rich.
I'm cutting Jimmy out. Jimmy's talking as well.
Go for it, yeah. Anything you want to? You're welcome. Yeah, reach out.
Say hello.
Yeah.
She loves the camera.
I love the smoothness and the richness. It's gorgeous.
Great. Thank you. Yes.
All right, should be one mic now. Sorry, we're running two mics and we overtalk sometimes, but is Monique going to come over and say hello? No? What do you say? Yeah, just say hello, come on. Monique from Brewtech here. Tell us a little bit about Brewtech. What do they do? Tell us the story.
Yeah, so we're the official service partner for Marzocco. So we look after installation servicing for all Marzocco products. We're very lucky to have a partnership with Marzocco too and be on their stand. So yeah, I think Craig started this business along with his team in 2015 and it has grown since. So we're based here in Melbourne. Up north, we've got 3 sites that are along the Queensland coast. New South Wales and Perth too now. So yeah, a bit of coverage there. So really fun team to be a part of, and we just want to look after the quality equipment that Marzocco sells. Yeah, awesome. We get to go to Sydney next week, and Brewtech is in the back of the showroom. So we're going to give everyone a bit of an insight. Yeah, it's really good to be, have a good machine, but have a great network and support, because that's the key thing about any machine. You can go and buy the fastest, car or whatever, but if you can't take it to a mechanic and fix. For sure. And then, our team are very knowledgeable too. So a lot of them have been in the hospitality industry for quite a while and very, very talented baristas. And so it's a great team to be a part of. So, yeah. Awesome. Well done, Craig. He's hiding away over there. But, well done, Brewtech. Appreciate all you do. Thank you. Thanks. You. Bye. Thanks. Bye. Oh. There we go. Jimmy Lewis. I think I see a trend you started last week and later this week, Jimmy. I don't know what that is. What did he start last week? And I don't know. What new trend did Jimmy do?
Jimmy's joined in because last week, typically it's just been here.
Oh yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy's out on the road. He's supporting our cafe partners, and love to have him on the live. It's great. We will go live. We're going live at the party tonight. No, are we or not? Probably not. I don't know. Anyway, we've got a party at Marzocco's office in Melbourne. Maybe a quick walkthrough. We should just do a walkthrough through the showroom.
I'll be putting up plenty on socials, so keep an eye on Instagram stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Plenty of photos going up.
Check out our socials. You'll see everything that's happening with Marzocco at the moment there for sure. So thanks very much, Timmy. Love what you do. Nearly lost it. Get that out of there. All right, I've got a question. Just got a 2 group. Love it. Awesome. Glad you got the machine. So Fine Foods is definitely the biggest industry overall encompassing show that we have. It covers everything. Coffee, food, you've got tea producers, you've got all the equipment suppliers. So whether you want a dishwasher, an oven, or whatever it might be, Fine Foods is definitely the expo to come to in Australia. We have Mice, which is a smaller, just coffee industry one, but this is definitely everything, and a much bigger range of B2B, but B2C as well. So it's fantastic to bring everyone together. A lot of different roasters here, a lot of different machine manufacturers in the coffee industry as well. And so far everyone's saying it's a great expo. Lots of people, which is great, a lot of attendance, because that's what makes these things work. And a lot of fun. So I don't know if Jimmy's what he's doing right now there, but if you've got any questions, please pop them in. Happy to answer those ones for you. A little bit later today for our live. Normally we're on a little bit earlier in the morning, so I'm sure it's pretty late around the world there. I'm almost lost for words. What can I talk about? We've covered the gear, merch. Marzocco merch is always good. I don't know. What can I talk about, Ryan? I'm a bit lost now. Bit lost. Yeah. Make some coffee? Yeah, let's go make some coffee. All right.
For a little bit, I found that with...
Sorry, mate. All right.
Pop your bottle up there.
Oh, Critters bottle. Oh yeah, big shout out to Critters. So these guys here, this is the collab we've done with Critters Distillery. They're the guys that are local to us. They won Best Australian Vodka or World Vodka, and then they got 2 silver medals. So the 3 years they've been operating, they've basically come first or second, so awesome. So really stoked to be joined up with the team. Chris and Camille are down here. They're doing all the party cocktails tonight. So they'll be doing espresso martinis on this beautiful bottle. Look at this liqueur. Oh, so yummy. So yeah, stoked to be partnering with those guys. Yeah, we're trying to give away some coffee, but it's a bit hard. It's kind of hidden. Anyway, if you come to the stand and you enter and you guess how many beans are in this jar, you can win a year's worth of artistic coffee, and the second closest person will get a bottle of Critters. So, given that it's kind of hidden away at the back here, I don't think there's a lot of entries, but anyway, come to the stand, find it, put an entry in, and good luck to you to win heaps of coffee. So, there we go. Got maybe another couple of questions a little bit lower there.
Timmy wanted to know, is Breville there?
Is Breville here? I don't know.
They're not really commercial.
No, actually no, they're not. We spoke with the team and they said that they're not going to be on, yeah. So anyway, let's play. Messy Jimmy, look at him. He's got mess everywhere. Let me hide that one there. Actually, let's come a bit closer in on this KB90 here. So the straight-in portafilter is such a cool thing. These are in development for a very long time, and to get them out, you press the button and the handle comes out, and then you get an auto purge, which is fantastic. So that's cleaning your shower screen ready for your next brew. The scales here mean that you can weigh your brews totally, and these are all matched by weight. So there's a special little code on the bottom of every handle, which I can't seem to see right now. Anyway, they're all matched and weighted so that you can use them across every head. But essentially, once you've got your coffee, you just pop your handle straight in, nice and gently, and you can lift them up and lock it in. And what happens is, instead of the water coming down, instead of us having to crank the handle across to make the seal between the top of the basket here and the group seal up in there, there's a piston. And the piston actually comes down to meet the top of the shower screen, which then creates that pressurized environment for the water to flow through. So really cool tech, really smart of the guys to be able to build this over the years. Just totally different. And yeah, once brewed, essentially you can just see the piston move there and it comes down. Once you're finished, the auto flush will then occur. So lots of little time savings. That's a steam flush, and then it does a water flush. And you can adjust that totally. You can remove the steam, or you can increase or decrease the amount of water. So really cool. It does come right down. You might see that piston move up. I don't know if we can see it, but we're gonna look right up here, and we'll see if we can. All right, so watch in this gap here, and we'll see if that piston comes down. There you go. See it come down to seal. And it just released a little bit as the pressure came off. And then when we drop, we've got that separation and the steam. So super cool. I'm pretty jealous about that because for many years, we do have sore shoulders and arms being able to use that all the time. Yeah. Anyway, not a lot of people here today. Maybe a little bit later. Maybe a bit late around the rest of the world. There's a few people hanging around. You got anything else you want to talk about, Jimmy? What are you thinking?
Milk and the Wally.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, how'd you go?
Good.
Yeah.
I guess comparing the perfect moose to the Wally.
Oh, yes.
That was the original question.
Okay.
That goes there, and then we are purging with. Hold on.
Purging with the manual.
Yeah, I gotta remember. I'm purging with that one. I love milk to steam.
Yep. Okay. So the question was, this gentleman's been looking at the perfect moose and comparing to the Wally. So essentially similar ideas where you've got a steamer that's connected to a coffee machine.
So I could have pulled a shot.
You can actually have a perfect moose that has its own boiler. There's a point of difference there. But I guess flexibility and quality are the couple of things that you're looking at. They do them a little bit differently. the perfect mousse has to have jugs that have RFID chips, and you can program in on that side, so it knows when you put the jug on,
to be
it will
fair,
actually
Eric could
froth
have a better
the
idea of
right
that.
amount, or
Price
be for
range
almond
and-
or soy, whatever you choose. But with the Wally, essentially, you've got the interface where you select what you're after, and then hit go, and it will tilt and wobble the jug to assess how much volume's in there. It'll put a reading to understand that. Then the steam arm will come down and start to froth that milk. So a little bit different in how they work, but I guess similar results. And I don't know, the Wally looks like Wally from that Disney show. That's why it's called the Wally. It's pretty cool. Yeah, good fun. What are you doing over there, Jimmy?
I'm going to make myself a coffee.
Making
Pour
yourself a
this
coffee?
latte.
Well, talk everyone through it,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
What are you having?
All
What
right,
kind of
let's
coffee
get
you
this on recipe. All right. So, I haven't made any changes. Just going to chuck that on. So let's test it. So last time I got 40 grams out in 26 seconds. Spun myself some milk on the Wally. Look at that. Look at that milk. Let's bring that back to life. It just sat there for a minute, but that is beautiful milk. That is better milk than I said coming out of a lot of cafes. What do we go? 40 grams, 40.1 grams. So consistent on its yield out. And they get 24 seconds. All right. Now, I'm going to blame the puck press for that 2 seconds that I lost, because what's this? It wasn't too bad. Okay. Thought I'd lost a chunk there. All right. We've got latte milk. We've got plenty of air in there. Oh, heaps of air. Lots of nice creamy froth in that one. It's got really good texture, mouthfeel. So we're in Melbourne. So one of the things that we've found here is there's a lot of uber milks, and it's a real big question for a lot of people is how comfortable are people with uber milks and with milk that we're not steaming anymore. But it's also, you got to remember there's a flavour to it as well. So when you steam milk without adding air, you're not adding water, and there's a certain flavour and taste and texture that we're used to. So I guess that's one thing that the Wally does do, is it maintains the flavour and consistency that you know from a steam wand, and brings that in while also maintaining the the consistency as well. So Lewis, is Breville there? Probably. Have we seen Breville yet?
No, they'd be at home. They're at home. This is all commercial.
Oh, this is a commercial thing. So no, they might very well not be here. So we haven't actually been around the whole place. So Tim Lewis. Oh yeah. I think that's where the trend started. Yeah.
Anyone has a question?
Any other questions for us? Oh, it's tasting good though. Got a good little crowd here on the stand. And you just want to stand here and watch me drink coffee, do you? Can you make a flat white? Lawrence, I can do that for you, sure. I'm going to...
Should we do the Wally?
Do you want me to spin the milk, or do you want me to do the milk on the Wally? Lawrence, you tell me. All right. I'll pull a shot over here if you want to get this. I can do the milk. All right, let's go. Look at that. Fluffy grind straight in the middle of that basket. 22.3. Now, I am playing with our recipe today. And I'm taking some of that out. I'm just going to run with 20 grams. Fit all that in there. Make sure that's clean. Lock that in. Now that will tear off the cup. And this is not going to end at a certain time, it's going to end at a certain yield. Ooh, a little bit slower start than expected, but that's all right. Cool. I can spin this milk, so. I'm going to change jugs. So hopefully this jug's got a bit of an awkward shape to it, but give it a crack. There we go, 90.3 yield. Silky milk. Beautiful. I do love the steam on this machine, so. Hey.
Okay, great. Marzocco is a premium Italian manufacturer. They have a home product or a commercial product. This one is about $18,000. 18,000 Australian. Yeah. About 23 for them. These ones a bit more.
Sorry, I saw you, Chuck.
Good. Sure. 12 o'clock. Sorry, clean up my mess in a second. All right. So, just checking if there's any other last second questions. Should I invest in a Marzocco Mini for home? I have Breville Barista at home currently. You've used the right word. I think the word is invest. I think it's a much longer term solution to buy a Marzocco. They're far more serviceable. They're far more, the parts are replaceable, interchangeable. Like you can really maintain that equipment for a long time. That's really where a lot of the price comes into it. So I would really consider a better quality built machine. If you have the skill to learn how to manually make coffee and the Linea Mini now has a lot more tech in it. You can get the scales in it that'll do the weight out for you and do a lot of the work. So it's not automated like the Breville. If you need to be mindful that you're not comparing the same style of machine. If you're progressing in your coffee making and you're feeling like you want to break outside that automation that Breville offers, which is what they're best at, and you're ready to take on some of the work yourself, great idea. So Marzocco, I love the Mini. Of the Mini, the GS3 and the Micra, that is probably the machine that I would also go for. So I think it's a good investment and something worth doing. So I'm going to wrap this up. We are just at Fine Foods in Melbourne. We head back to Coffs Harbour tomorrow, so today's the day. We're going to be walking around this afternoon, but we're also hosting a party at the Marzocco showroom tonight. So if you want to come and meet myself or Luke, taste our coffee, even if you want to play on a Marzocco coffee machine, we've got all the home machines in there, they'll be turned on and we'll be able to use them. The showroom also has all the commercial stuff as well. A lot of the Marzocco team will be there, so they'll be able to answer questions about equipment, servicing, and we'll also just be, the guys from the It's Just Coffee podcast will be there, and they're hosting a bit of a Q&A with myself and Luke, finding out, I guess, what we're all about, why we do this kind of content, and the connections we've made with people around the world. So it'll be lots of fun. Everyone that comes gets a free shirt. You'll get a training manual and there's plenty of coffee to give away for the night. So we really would love people to join. I can just see one more question here. Thanks so much for the response. Would it make a huge difference in the coffee based on the machine? If you know how to make coffee and get the best out of the machine, massive difference. I think you'll get a lot more better quality extraction just from the management of water and temperature in a Marzocco machine. So yes, you will get the best out of that coffee. When we dial in our coffee, Champion Blend, we are always opting to put that through a Marzocco machine because we know that is the best version of our coffee that we can get. So yeah, it will make a huge difference. All right, well, the party is on tonight, Wednesday night in Melbourne. If you're around, jump on artisti.com.au and there's still a few tickets available. I'm doing a wrap up, so you can join me for this wrap up.
I'm enjoying a lovely long black. It's tasty.
Don't forget to remind people that if they buy a Marzocco machine.
Yes. So if you do buy a Marzocco machine for home, Linea Mini, Micra, or even the GS3 and the Pico grinder.
In Australia.
Yeah, and you're in Australia, you will get some free Artisti coffee. You do need, there's certain packages that come with different things. Some of them include a 12-month subscription to our coffee. Yep. So now is the time, definitely, to buy a Marzocco machine.
Definitely.
If you've bought a Marzocco machine in the past from Marzocco in Australia, you should have a very good email from us. Yes. If you didn't know, we're giving away a lot of coffee this month, just to encourage all the Marzocco owners to just reinvigorate their coffee making experience. You're getting a training manual for us. They're usually for sale online. This one is actually a fully customized Marzocco training manual. So you'll get that if you buy a machine, but also if you order this free coffee through us. So that is coming to you if you have bought a machine from LM before. Find that email.
Yeah, people taking it up. It's great.
Yeah.
We're going up to $100,000 worth of coffee giving away. So that's fantastic. But yeah, we're just, again, thank you very much for La Marzocco commercial, for allowing us to be on the stand here at Fine Foods, and to La Marzocco Home for Roast and Residents this month. Just stay tuned. We've got next week, we're going to be in Sydney. So we're going to travel a very long way. If we were to drive, it'll take 18 hours to drive that. Oh no. Yeah, about 18 hours to drive to Sydney. So this is how big Australia is. We're in Melbourne now. We're going to be in Sydney next week, running more training sessions and having some fun time in Sydney. So yeah.
Yep, training sessions for Sydney are all booked out.
All booked out.
But there is tickets available for the party on the Wednesday night at the La Marzocco showroom in Sydney. So jump online, grab those tickets. There's actually not many left, so I wouldn't wait till next week because they'll go. So we hope to see you all there. It's going to be lots of fun.
Yep. Thanks very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the questions. See you soon. Enjoy your coffee.
All right.
Cheers.
We're on that.